Hey guys, I wanted to do something a little different today. So, I recently did a booth at a college. Yes, believe it or not, they still wanted this old man Steve, the CRT wizard, to come to campus. So, I went to campus and I set up a booth. I have a lot of details in this video more about it, but that's what we're going to look at today. I've also got some really cool CRTs to show you. Let's get into it.
Ooh, staring at the sun. Today we got a road show again. We're going to go on another convention style booth. This is a little bit of a different one. Actually going to the local university, James Madison University. That's right, the good old Dukes. We're going to go and set up a booth over there, and I'm bringing the tech to the college, the retro tech that is. Let me show you. I'm waiting for my old man, my pops, to get here and help me load up in his truck. Show you what we're bringing. So I got a lot of gear here, couple bins full of stuff. I've got like a little mini museum of old tiny retro tech that hopefully we'll be able to get set up pretty easily. And then I have some bins of consoles. I'm gonna sell some extra video games and items, some extra DVDs that I have and things, and hopefully sell. I mean, who cares? It's not really about the sales stuff. This is what else I'm taking. I'm taking these 4 CRTs. I will have these 2 20 inches listed for sale. And then, of course, I'm going to have the $1,000 PVM here that probably nobody will buy, but it'll be fun to show off for people. They've all been worked on. I'm not selling the clear prison CRT, but I'm going to set it up in the museum. I did have to rent a generator. That's right, an inverter generator. Only $70 for the day, so it's a pretty good deal. I have a couple boxes of just old comic books that I'm going to try to unload or set in this booth to, have some inventory. So that's what I've got. I've got this full load. That's what we're going to bring and take down there. Not taking any of that other stuff, but should be fun. And then, I've got a tent here. I've got some tables. I've got some racks over here that I'm going to be bringing to set up stuff with my RetroTech flags there on top. So hopefully all goes well. All right, we have a couple seconds here at the stoplight, but we got the CRTs in the car. I got Pops here with the RetroTech gear, Steve Sr., so you can't forget our names. We're about to go drop off the RetroTech campus tour 2025.
We arrived at JMU's wonderful campus, and it was a beautiful day outside, just lovely. We were over by the dining hall, and this is right in the center of campus. We had to sneak our way through the loading dock and pretty much jump right into action. Thankfully, we had a good spot out in front of that dining hall, and I got Pops to take over camera duty for a minute and see the things that I had set up. I had a couple tables where I had some games to demonstrate. I'll get into that a little bit more here and show you some closer details on that. We also had some inventory to sell at a couple other tables, but man, like even before I could finish setting up, boy, the kids just started coming over like crazy. I swear it was like I had some kind of honey trap and they were all just attracted to it. It was amazing. Check it out. Look at that. I'm not even done setting up. I didn't even get to put my flag up and they were already in there.
Oh, here we are.
Wow, goodness gracious. Check it out. I mean, this is pure madness. This is the International Week Festival. That's why I'm here for iWeek. I'll have some more details on that in a second. But yeah, I'm already packed up. People here. I'm going to show you my RetroTech mobile museum here. Check this cart out. I had some CRTs, of course, set up in my mini museum to show off, like a watch cube, the prison CRT, and then another color CRT. I brought also a couple of boom boxes, parts to CRTs, a camera from the 1990s, and then everything was also being played through a VHS tape. I had a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And I put little labels next to all the items so it would explain what it was and what year it was made. I had a couple of other tables set up. This one had a 19-inch television on it and then a 13-inch PVM. I had an N64 connected to that television and then a Super Famicom going RGB into the PVM so I could show the kids some real true scan lines. And then I had another table in the very back, and this is that one. It had a 19-inch TV connected to it with some old-fashioned duck hunt on a NES. And here is the old man trying to shoot some ducks. Well, the booth was a massive hit, as you could tell. I do have a lot more footage that I'm going to play over my head here as I talk about some final things. A lot of this footage did come from my dad, so the quality of filming is going to be all over the place. But it was a great opportunity. I got to meet a lot of younger generation video gamers who were really into this stuff, of course. They loved seeing the old games. They said it was quite nostalgic for some of them. But I did learn a lot, too. Something about the really older video games was not as appealing to maybe the college generation now. Things like the Nintendo did have a couple people interested, but not so much. And people were more asking me questions about disc-based games, you know, like the PlayStation 2. And I did have some games for sale, like for that system. At a sale table, I sold maybe about $300 worth of little games and handhelds and things like that that I really just had extra of. So I was able to get rid of some stuff at the festival to actually make some money. But all in all, it was an opportunity to kind of get out there and see what's going on in the college kid community age. And it's just an interesting opportunity to learn what's going on with that demographic. And some things that I did learn, a lot of kids don't use PayPal. They all like Venmo, and they definitely don't carry cash on them. Also, I'm sounding really old with this kind of stuff, but even things like YouTube, I felt like a lot of them didn't even really talk much about using YouTube, and everybody was more or less asking about Instagram stuff, and not so much YouTube or even, you know, Twitter or anything. They did ask a lot if I had a store in town. I told them that really wasn't the case, that I was just there for that specific reason. And anyway, it was a great opportunity, and I did actually sell one of the CRTs. I sold one, yeah. A great college kid came by and bought it. So let me show you now what I sold. Well, I actually managed to sell a CRT to a college student. I got this awesome Philips Magnavox, sold, cleaned up. It's RF only, it's 20 inches. But I sold the RCA adapter with it. All right, so I don't know that there's really anything left to say about this one, except I had a really great time. And I don't know, what do you guys think? What did you think of the booth and the setup that I had there? The only thing I'll tell you lastly out of here is the item that I got asked the most about was the little like Canon camera I had on the museum table. For some reason, every college student wanted to try to buy that thing. None of the stuff in the museum was for sale, actually. So I told them it wasn't for sale, but maybe there's something there if you are into restoring old Canon cameras or something. And I'm talking about like these are the ones, again, from the 90s and early 2000s. Not digital cameras, just before that, where they still used film. Anyway, I'll have more for you coming before the end of the year here. I just wanted to have this special episode and get it kind of off and out there to you so you could see kind of the other things I do here besides just always working on CRTs. I also try to get involved with the community. In 2026, I have plans to do a lot more stuff like that. And if you want to get involved, the best way you can do that is to get involved in our CRT community. And that can be done by going into the description of this video and checking out our Patreon community for RetroTech. It's really how we keep the glue of this whole community held together and everything. And that's how you get contact with me. And that's also how you get into our exclusive Discord. And next year, I'm planning some things for meetups that would be some type of CRT schooling class that would be available for people to come to and be a part of. But details on that are not solid enough for me to give you the full shake for it on the end of this video. But just note that that is coming. And to stay in touch with that, the best thing to do is just subscribe to this channel, and I'll have more on that in the future. Thank you again, guys, for watching this. If you did enjoy it, please leave me a like on your way out, and I'll see you guys next time with some more retro content. Okay, before I get out of here, I need to say a very special thank you to JMU's Center for Global Engagement. They were the department at the university that invited me to come and set up a booth at the International Festival. And again, this was for the market that they had during I Week or International Week. And so thank you again to everybody from the Center for Global Engagement, especially Mrs. Retrotech and Rachel for helping me out with everything. I really had a great time. And so go Dukes.